Hello, NeXT community. I wanted to show you my new layout for my office here up front. So I just built this desk. So I got all the way around. I'm going through heroic, monumental efforts to try and get this place in shape. So, things are getting better by the day. Okay, these are all dual compatible recap sound boxes. I've got 3D print jobs going day and night. This area is going to be for burning ROM chips. We're going to be able to format hard drives. I'm going to have a microscope so I can inspect motherboards. And then I'll have room to do like 4 or 5 systems at once. I've got my tackle boxes for all my screws. This shelf's going to be put on rollers, and it's going to be loaded with software so I can roll it in and out. This whole shelf is going to be organized. I am not the person, now that I can access it, I'm still dealing with the fractured hip, and I'm helping Lori to understand. She's learning, she's a quick learner, that, we want stations on one shelf. We want monitors on one. We want everything like, mice and keyboards and everything. We're starting to get a handle on all that. I'm going to have RAM sorted and organized. And Bella's contributing to meowing at every point. Where's she hiding at? Okay, so what I've got going here, I have an area now where I can work on laser printers and color printers. And what's beautiful about this, okay, now I am not running all over hell and back. I've got an island system here, okay, with surfaces everywhere. This area, I'm going to have a shadow box, and I can do high-end eBay pictures right here. Well, I'm working on cubes. This is Bill's cube. He's been so patient. Thank you, Bill. Thanks a million. I wanted to show you. She is just about ready to go. Okay. And this is the other things that I'm doing. The smaller things, I'm trying different 3D printing of different mounting brackets. And I think they're turning out pretty cool. Okay. So I'm getting different styles for us, the NeXT community. I'm still working on a floppy mounting bracket. The key here is to have the holes aligned correctly. And I had, my former roommate Todd can't drill worth crap. So I'm going to have to match up the holes and do it myself. It's not that hard to mark and drill, but he's a foreman on job sites too. I got to give him a little bit of crap, let me tell you. So this is this is Bill's backplate. It's the serial number. You're getting 3711, man. This is the extent that I'm going through here. I had these manufactured in China. Okay, this is metal. It's not plastic. We now have combination cube face plates, if you so desire, right? Well, floppy and CD-ROM drive. I haven't even listed those. And so I wanted to show Bill's system here. We've got the Austrian caps on the motherboard, new RAM, 64 megs of RAM. I've got a new BIOS battery. I'm sorry, I've worked all weekend. My birthday was Saturday. I went down and visited my mom, had a nice brunch, came back. I've been doing nothing but working and getting this organized, and it's really difficult for me to do. Lori came over and helped for a few hours today. Not only here, but the back rooms are completely being revamped. I've got upstairs, I'm setting up the laser system up there. So everything is getting a semblance of organization, so it's not this clusterfuck everywhere that I've been dealing with for way too long. Now that I have the house to myself and I can trust things aren't going to be moved and hidden from me. I can do this finally. After 15 years of having chaos go here, I have the house back to myself, and it's wonderful. Okay, with any luck, I am going to push this button. So we have the Millennium Falcon laser mouse working on a NeXT cube. Okay? And this has all happened in the last month or so. I've been able to figure this stuff out. Please tell me it's going to power on for me. Let's make sure we got it plugged in. Okay. This is the first, how do you like my new desk? Right, I've got a lot more surface area. This raises up and down. I've got all my motherboards underneath, okay? So everything is in close proximity. I'm not going to have to be running around guessing where everything is. I've wanted to do this for a very long time. Well, Bell System's booting up here. I wanted to show you I am doing amazing things. Okay, here's a fourth dimensional cube tesseract for you. Bill, I'll throw one of these in for your patience. It takes a long time to figure all this stuff out, but the beauty is I have the working formulas and everything's going good now. It should be easy, smooth sailing most days for me. So I've got what's called the little quokka. A quokka is this little character here. He's a smiling marsupial from Australia. And in working with Alex Perez over at Rabbit Hole, I set up the hardware and we were able to, because Matt at Drackware hasn't made a USB to NeXT solution for years. I begged him, and we really need it now. It's becoming more difficult to find working NeXT keyboards and mice. So now we have this solution, and it even works with optical wireless, okay? Pretty freaking amazing. And I've got Brian Archer's third-party sound card that has stereo as well. For Bill, I've got a recapped sound box that we made dual compatible. So if he ever upgrades or has an ADB system, the sound box will work with ADB and non-ADB, and my cables, my custom cables, are dual compatible. If you have an ADB system and it's powering up and you're not getting any action out of the keyboard, that's because there's a specific keyboard part number. It's a 4534, 4535, or 4536. That trips up a lot of people. And the reason you don't get any action out of the keyboards, ADB has a different protocol. Pin 7 has power, I believe. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let it go ahead and boot into the operating system as well. Man, this turned out sweet. I'll probably have these for about 150. But it's metal, and they did a beautiful job on them. And I'm going to talk to Todd, my ex-roommate, and we'll figure out how to paint them correctly with, NeXT paint. Or it might look just sharp having the stainless steel centerpiece. Here's a recapped working NeXT optical drive, okay? So I can have 2 cubes set up here on this system. I've got enough room now. I can also have a cube with dimension system. I've got a couple of those coming up that I'm going to set up. One of them was from Michelle Paquette, that used to work at NeXT, that wrote all of the code for the dimension board on the cube that I have here. So I've got some exciting stuff. I've got some systems coming in from ex-NeXTs that ought to be really interesting. So hopefully there's some really cool stuff on there. I do have a demo that I'll have to show you guys of when Steve Jobs did a personal demo on a cube that I had sold to Frank over in Germany, and he's kind enough to have that demo software where I'll have that available, and we'll be able to watch that. That'll be a pretty neat video. So how Steve pitched people on NeXT hardware. He does a really neat demo. Quark did not sign up, and it was interesting how I wound up with that Quark Express system, and it was still running 1.0. A guy rescued it from a recycling center years ago in Denver. And I should have bought, he had a couple of the SGI Indigos and stuff like that. But I've kind of kept my focus on NeXT hardware. But now I'm getting, I'm going to have my computer museum upstairs too. So there's going to be a lot of really neat stuff there. I'm starting to get things organized here with software, right? And I'm going to have a lot of this available online for sale. So things are coming around. I'm not dinking around here. As I say, it's just been really difficult for me to do life with this stupid hip surgery. And it's been delayed again, but, I'm hoping by midsummer, the transition of Kaiser Permanente moving facilities, and then the doctor had to get from St. Joe's to St. Anthony's by Dr. Hug. In order for the insurance to match up, I needed to get a referral for St. Anthony's for him to do the surgery. So it's covered and it doesn't cost an ungodly amount of money. It's still going to run me probably around $10K. And that's after, the deductibles and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to that. As I say, Saturday was my birthday. I went down, celebrated with my mom. And it was pretty fun, just to see her. So, yeah, I really need a vacation at some point. This is fun for me. I mean, it keeps my mind off the pain, and I really do appreciate everybody's business and patience. I just wanted to try and show you a lot of these projects are just in the last month or two. And, we've got a lot of talented NeXT community developers and everything else. So hopefully my wireless mouse is going to work. Of course it won't, right? Oh, come on, man. Here I was all excited. It was working. And so for whatever reason, it did not show up. So I'll have to check the connections here and retry. But I just wanted to show Bill that I am booting into this system. I do have the Millennium Falcon working in another demo. It could be maybe this wireless card was for the wireless keyboard I was trying to, not this mouse. I'm betting that's what it is, because I was trying to get a Logitech wireless keyboard working. I'm also beta testing the Quokkas. And this is what they look like outside of the little Quokka box, right? And to see which, keyboards and mice will work. So the fact I was able to get the wireless mouse working, and I'm still trying to get the wireless keyboard figured out. So that being said, with daylight savings, I know I lost an hour, and apparently I have a cat here. Can you say some more? Can you? Go on, meow. You've been meowing at me for hours. I am going to go to bed. Tomorrow's a brand new day and a great week, and things are off to the races. I really wish this mouse was working right now, because I would love to be able to show you this in the demo, but as Steve Jobs said, it wouldn't be a live demo unless things went a little bit haywire. Bill, your system's going to be excellent. Once more, I really appreciate your business and patience. I have an OpenStep image in here. Yes, I have some NeXTSTEP images. That's the other thing I've been doing, is building NeXTSTEP images. So I'm having a cookie cutter approach where I can have a kind of assembly line. That's the idea, where I can get ahead of this. It's not just the systems. I'm a one-man show, and I really appreciate everybody's business on eBay and everything else. And so, and my assistant's help, we had to put new storm doors on the house as well over the weekend, because the windstorms tore the storm doors off my house in the past week. And my mom's roof, a ton of shingles are missing. So I've got to arrange that to get repaired this week as well. So Stay tuned. More fun stuff to come from the black hole. I am proud of how much stuff I was able to do. I moved all this with a fractured hip, but this is the way it should be. I can still access the second printer. As I say, I'll have test stations, where I can set up Daniel's systems. I've got hardware coming in for him, a nice turbo color. We're going to recap because the board that I was having issues. I've got the dual monitor stands. I'm going to set up some more flat panels in here. I've got the lighting. And as I say, I've got a switch box too. So it'll allow me to use one keyboard and mouse. I'm going to have a Mac Mini over here. I'm going to have, the ability to format hard drives because I found a bunch of nice Seagate 4 gig 68-pin drives. I did find a Seagate drive that does work. It's already been formatted. So I'm hoping I can use that as a master to clone these other ones. I'm going to have the Animo system over here to get that running. So I've got a lot of neat projects coming up. The ROM burner is really cool too, so I'm able to put the latest version of the ROMs. I've got an audience here. You feel free to unsubscribe if I'm too loopy at this point. But, to put the latest ROM or any version of the ROMs on motherboards that anybody needs, I can do that now. So I've got my filaments sorted. I found a shipment that I thought was lost. Someone had moved it upstairs with my flat black matte filament that I ordered. And so I'll be able to do the NeXT style black cases. These are turning out pretty nice, but so I'll have a choice in colors. That being said, I need to go get some sleep. It's probably pretty obvious. Sorry to talk your ears off. Use this as a video to sleep by. And above all, I do once more appreciate your business and patience. And stay tuned. A lot of cool stuff is coming up. I'm doing everything I can to keep this hardware going as time goes by. That's the other thing, too. And fortunately, I've got the help of some amazing techs that are able to help keep these boards going and stuff like that. The equipment's 35 years old. So sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get things together because I'm having to coordinate all that too, getting the caps done, sometimes shipping them out of state and back. I'm procuring hardware. I'm packing and shipping. I'm doing the accounting. Okay, I'm doing the taxes. I'm doing the payroll. And I'm wearing a lot of hats. So I've automated a lot of this. And just having this whole area more feng shui, eliminating the bottlenecks and my stupidity looking around for screws some days. I'm going to have all that sorted finally. And I will show update videos that I'm not just all talk. I am doing this stuff. And it's cool. And I'm hoping I'm inspiring some of you guys out there too. Because I know I'm not alone in this. It's a heck of a way to make a living. If anybody wants this job, believe me, I would happily turn over the reins. But good luck surviving a week. Because it's a lot of stuff to do. All right. Have a good evening. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'd go nuts if I didn't have something to do. So thank you, NeXT community. Peace out, Rob.